How are you, Internet family? I'm Ryan, and I have been hacking things my whole life. So today we're going to talk about pH, and I'm going to get right into the definition of pH. pH is a numerical scale to represent an acid, base, or neutral solution on a scale from 0 to 14. Measurement of pH is very important in so many fields like chemistry, biology, medicine, agriculture, food, and many more. Okay, so today we're going to be not only calibrating this cool digital meter so we can collect data over a period of months, and we can evaluate things, and we can raise the pH or lower the pH based on what our garden needs. And also it would be kind of nice to know what I'm drinking. So we are going to test 3 different waters. First of all, we're going to use one calibration liquid which came with it, which is at 7.0. It's great to calibrate your digital thing, or at least that's what I'm reading. At 7.0, I think you could do it at 4 and 10, but we're going to do it at 7.0. We're going to then test the Raleigh water and see if my nephew was correct in the fact that Raleigh water has a certain range and then we're going to be testing the water in my hydroponic and then adjusting it accordingly. All right, so I think we can begin. So this is the pH tester by HM Digital. And it was not as expensive as some of the other ones. There's a nice Blue Lab brand that's out there. I think they have one. They have some pretty cool, elaborate ones. I would like a digital one that actually tracked it to the software that I use for analytics called Jump, and then I could monitor stuff on the fly, or maybe I could design it like Internet of Things, adapt things based on if I'm in a different location. Oops. I think I just spit. Maybe I wonder what the pH of my spit is. We have to test the pH of my spit. Okay, here we go. I'm going to fire this thing up. Okay, so there it is. The first thing it says is that I have to put this cap, which holds a solution, it has to be wet for 15 minutes. And I did that by putting it in this solution right here. This is the storage solution, okay? So inside this cap, this is the probe right here that's going to test it. Isn't that cool? Inside this cap, there is a little sponge, okay? In that little sponge, oh shit! Did I just say? Okay. So in that little sponge is the storage solution. I'm not even sure what pH that is. Okay, so here's the deal with calibrations. I read the instructions so you don't have to. So we're going to first calibrate this stuff in a solution of 7.0, right? This is the calibration step. So I have a little packet of 7.0 calibration liquid, okay? Okay, so here is the buffer solution. Here is the Raleigh City water that I just took out of the tap. And this is my hydroponics. So the first thing I'm going to do right now, just the air alone, or the water that is inside of the holding or the storage solution is saying it's at 5.8. So now I'm going to dip it down into the solution here. And it is exactly at 7.0. So based on the instructions, I do not need to calibrate this unit. So I'm going to put it down here into the storage solution. We are next going to test the water of my hydroponic. Now, to see whether or not my nephew is correct, EPA regulations state city water levels have to stay within 6.5 to 8.5 for safe drinking. pH levels typically lean towards the higher end of the range as to prevent corrosion of pipe infrastructure causing contamination in the water supply. Think Flint. Based on the 2017 City of Raleigh Annual Water Quality Report, the city's median pH water level is 8.38. So it's 8.38. There it is. There's my little nephew, or big nephew, whatever he is. All right, so here we go, guys. Let's do the hydroponic. And looks like the reading is 6.7, 6.6. It is 6.5. Okay, the pH is 6.5. So the pH is actually dropped. It's less than this buffer solution. It hasn't dropped. Big test. What is Raleigh City water? I have to Google whether or not my 6.5 for the hydroponic is okay and whether or not I'm going to need to increase it some. I'll figure that out later. pH of 7 being neutral, such as pure water. Values below 7 are acidic, and those are above alkaline or basic. Alkaline means basic. For most commonly grown hydroponic crops, the optimal pH range is between 5.5 and 6.5. So this dude sold me this increaser, and I need something to lower it. So my question is, what lowers pH? So if you know what lowers pH, please put it in the comments below. All right, so anyways, I feel good right now that my hydroponic crop is off to a good start, and I can let everything ride out. I just want to make sure that maybe the leaves are a little bit pale right now because the roots are still getting a hold. There's a few sprigs coming out in my hydroponic garden. But I'm thinking if I increase the nutrients, it's just not going to do good until that root structure is there, so I'm going to let it go for a little bit. All right, guys, so that's it. Here's my pH tester. I'm going to go ahead and log some data before, and you'll be able to see some cool reports that I do. So please subscribe and hit the bell, and whatever you do, make something that connects you with someone else. Have a great, awesome rest of your day.